going to be doing a full face like I pretty much always do. Like I've mentioned before in other videos, this is where all my stuff is now, is down at my desk. And so in order to do my makeup, I had to come down here. So I always figure I might as well. I don't know. I like watching people do their foundation. I don't know what it is. If it's like this kind of relaxing thing about them doing it or not, but I enjoy it. So I already put on my primer, which was the Laura Mercier primer, and I remembered to wet my sponge, which I never ever remember. I'm using the Hourglass because I completely forgot to use my new one by, oh my gosh, by Beauty Blender. So we're going to just use this one for now. I might add that one just for a little bit of brightness, if I can find it. My desk is a total disaster. I say brightness like my under eyes aren't bright enough from this. That's funny. Okay, so I hope everyone has a wonderful Valentine's Day, and if you're single, I hope that you take yourself out to dinner. Do something fun for yourself. Just because you're not in a relationship doesn't mean you can't go and have fun and do something for yourself. Okay, so I'm putting on my tried and true 4-in-1 Love Yourselfie foundation by Pure Cosmetics. I really, really love this foundation. I don't think I've liked a foundation this much since the foundation that came out with the Stay Naked foundation. I really don't. I think this is almost beating that one. If not, they're pretty much the same as far as how I feel about them, and the coverage and the wear. They are really close. I'll have to look at the formulas and see if they're similar, because they stay on well. They both do. So does anybody have any fun plans for Valentine's Day, and like what they're gonna do with their significant other, if they've gotten their significant other any gifts, or if they're just planning on kind of, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't do that Valentine's thing. That's like a marketing ploy to get people to pay money or whatever, but it's sweet. Like, buy some flowers, do something sweet, you know, it doesn't hurt anybody. It's just a gift, and it feels nice to get gifts sometimes, you know. Okay, so I'm using my, obviously, my Dragon Beauty powder for my under eyes. Which I love. Okay, and now I'm going to use my contour stick by KKW. I always pull this one out. I need to put this somewhere else because this is the highlighting stick. And I always grab it by mistake, literally every single time, because it's like right there. And I don't know. Oh, there it is. Or my other one is, but I found it. I went and got my makeup done yesterday at, oh, I didn't find it. I found my old one, which I just need to just throw away. I just don't want to, because this whole side has not even been used. And so I feel like it's a waste. But it is, oh, we're just gonna use it. I went and got my makeup done yesterday at the NARS counter at Nordstrom, just for fun, just because I haven't had someone else do my makeup in a really long time, and so it felt really nice to have someone do my makeup. Me and my sister-in-law went, and We both got our makeup done, and then we went out to dinner. It was just nice. It was very much needed. And she even said, she's like, we need more days like this. I haven't gotten to do something like that in a really long time. So yeah. So they did a really good job. He did my makeup phenomenal. He did a halo eye. Unfortunately, I couldn't watch because my eyes had to be closed. Let's see what's in here. Oh, yeah, we'll use Hula. This one's good. I like Hula. Look at that. I didn't even set my powder, and it's not even like, I mean, it looks a little patchy. I just gotta blend it out, but it's not bad. Oh, I don't know why I don't just stick to Hula. I love Hula. They make the best bronzers, and I really, really appreciate now how they've made a darker one for darker complexions, because it was like, dude, what's wrong with you guys? It's taken you guys how many years? I mean, come on. Companies don't have excuses. Oh my God. Companies don't have excuses now for not coming out with shades for darker skin tones. Okay, so I'm gonna use a bigger brush to kind of blend this out because I kind of went a little crazy. Yeah, I love Hula. It's so pretty. So we're going back to Chai from Laura Mercier. Always can't find something new, go with an oldie but goodie. It's not even old. It's freaking blush. It's new. Oh, it's so pretty. I love this blush. Pretty color, and it looks so neutral, right? Like it wouldn't give you any kind of color like this. Okay, I will be. All right, guys, so I think we're at the point now where we're gonna do my eyes. And we're going to put the P. Louise base on. There it is. Okay. P. Louise base. I put some of the Fenty Glass Slipper on my lips, which is this one, the clear one. I always love clear glosses. I love her formulation, so I was definitely gonna get that. So we got the Millennial Pinx that I just got in. Super excited to get this. It's such a pretty packaging. I love this. This is made in the USA. But my Latinas, I always gotta support them. Having a brand is not easy to do. I'm going to dip into another palette. I'm going to dip into the Viseart the Paris Edit palette, just because this Millennial palette doesn't have a transition color that I want to use. Okay, so I used the, I don't know if it says, okay, it doesn't. I just used this corner color as the transition, just to give you kind of a little pink base. Look how pretty this palette is. I already actually recorded this video once, and I decided to do it again because I didn't do a look. I just did like a first impression, and I really wanted to do a look with it. Even though I'm not a huge pink eyeshadow person, I really thought that would just be a better way of recording this video, so we're going to do it that way. Okay, so the color that I just used is called Rose Bunch. Oh, sorry, Rose Brunch? Rose Brunch. Because there's a hyphen over the E. Okay, now we're going to go into Flamingo Dream, which is more of a, which is this one right here. Let's see what this one looks like. It's pretty. They kind of all look the same. Super pink. But I like it. Flamingo Dream is pretty. I'm going outside of my box a little bit. Just a little. All right, now we're gonna go into Modern Love, which is this dark color right here in the middle. I'll get it a little closer so you can see. It's not like brown, it's more of like a burgundy. That's what it looks like. It looks darker in the palette than it does on. I think it's pretty. It goes well with my green top, pink and green. I don't know if I ever really thought of putting those colors together, but this isn't really giving me the darkness I wanted for the outer corner. So I'm probably gonna have to add something else. Just to kind of darken it up, because this is too pink. As far as like there's no dimension, and this Modern Love isn't giving me that color. It's giving me like barely anything as far as any darkness there. So the only other colors in this palette are GF and Euphoria, and those are almost black and gray. So I do not want to use those ones in this look today. We probably are going to use Rose Brunch, which is this one. Oh my gosh, you have to be kidding me. Okay, so I just went to swatch it. Look how pretty that is. And look at what it did. Oh, I had to push it back in because it would have just fallen all over. It literally almost, it fell apart. So I'm going to go back into the Paris Edit palette, which kind of makes me really sad because I thought, I would hope that you would be able to make a full eye look with that Millennial Pinx palette, especially considering it's $58. Okay, so I'm going into this dark color in the corner, which actually isn't even that dark either, but it is definitely darker than what is in. This is what that Modern Love looks like it would look like on the eye. I need this different mirror because I don't know what's going on with my eyes, but I have like these patchy areas where things just are not sticking. Okay, I'm gonna go into a brown in the Viseart palette, just to kind of darken this up a little teeny bit because it's still too pink. Now I'm gonna go in with a clean brush and kind of blend this out, and then I'm gonna add some pink leather from the Melt palette to kind of lighten this up and give it a veil. If you can kind of see the difference, I don't know if you really can. Now you can. So it just lightens it up, gives it a nice veil over the color so that it doesn't look too dark. Okay. Now on the lid, I was gonna do Rose Brunch, but I'm scared. I'm like, are you gonna fall off? So it's not sticking very well. I'd probably have to use a glitter glue, which I don't own a glitter glue because I hate glitter and I don't use it very much. But this does not say on the packaging that it is a glitter. I've got this all over my clothes. Oh my gosh. Wow. If this isn't a fail, I don't know what is. look at my face. It is all over. And I barely touched it. That's crazy. It's still falling off. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Am I supposed to? And then now it just completely is gone. Am I supposed to use this wet? I don't understand. It didn't say that. Okay, well, that really is very disappointing. It feels like every one of the colors that are shimmery like that are the same way. It's a very beautiful color, but it is clearly not a good one. That sucks. Okay, so I don't know what else to use. I really wanted a shimmer on my lid. I mean, maybe let's try it wet. I guess I don't know what else to do. The only thing about these kind of colors when you use them wet is that when they dry, they flake right off. Well, it made no difference. They got it wet. Absolutely no difference. Dang, this is so disappointing. I'm using Modern Love, the dark color underneath. I'm going to use the Too Faced palette as my highlighter for both my cheeks and my inner corner. I don't know if it's going to be enough for the inner corner. We'll use my pure highlighter. There we go. Perfect. All right, guys, I'm going to do my eyebrows and my eyelashes, and I will be back. All right, guys, this is the look that I came up with using this palette. Unfortunately, I feel like this was a complete and utter fail. The look is not that bad. However, I did have to go into another palette to create this look. The shadows were very patchy. This one, just by barely touching it, kept falling apart. All the colors that look like that are doing the same thing. The only one that isn't is the silver one. The pigmentation on the eyeshadows is definitely, on the mattes, is definitely not what it looks like in the pan. What you see is definitely not what you get. For instance, I will show you again. This one looks like it'd be very dark, and it looks like that. I will do it again. Looks like it would be very dark, and it looks like that. I don't get it, and this one just wants to fall apart. Does not like to stay on the lid. It doesn't like to stay on the lid wet. It doesn't like to stay on the lid dry. It doesn't like to stay on the lid with the finger. It's just a fail. This is a very huge disappointment. I'm so sad that this palette turned out that way because it's beautiful, but do I recommend it? Absolutely not. Do not buy this palette. If you have, I'm so sorry because it sucks. And maybe I got a bad one. I don't know, but it's super unfortunate because I really like melt. I have a lot of this stuff. I have these. I have almost every single one of their stacks, and this was the one of their palettes that I was actually one of the most excited for, other than other than these ones. And I'm just like, that's crazy to me that they let that go out, because that is literally these colors are literally, like, for the lack of a better word, garbage. I've used, and that pink is everywhere. So Save your money. Don't get it. I apologize. I wish that I didn't have to say that because like I said, I love to support any kind of Latina, Mexican-owned company. But I also am not going to lie and tell you guys that it's great when it's not. So it is what it is. I hope you guys have a great Valentine's Day, regardless of what you're doing. And I will see you guys in the next one. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and a marvelous month. Bye.